Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Victor in the Kitchen, the only show on the internet that combines me, Victor the Magician, and a kitchen, thereby satisfying both hardcore lovers of magic and people who like to judge the homes of others. Now, before we get started on today's trick, I want to introduce you to our very special deck of the day. These are Perfecto playing cards designed and produced by the illustrious, the glorious, the gorgeous Miss Terry, my very own glamorous assistant. And as you would imagine, they are completely unique, so if you want a pack, tough luck. Now, let's get on with the trick, shall we? As you can imagine, I wanted to do something a little bit special since we are using such wonderfully special cards. And yes, I am just adjusting the camera mid-flow. My apologies. So today I want to talk to you about the kings, perhaps the most special cards in any given deck, certainly the most politically powerful. But you may wonder how the kings of a deck got to be the kings. The answer is they're very sneaky, they're very clandestine. They're able to use subterfuge, cunning, to maintain power, and today we're going to demonstrate exactly how they do that. Obviously, in order to do that, we're going to need those kings. We're going to need those kings, and we're going to need the rest of the innocent shuffled deck. And don't worry, we'll be getting another shuffle on camera rather than just before I started the trick, just so you know that I'm not cheating in any way, shape or form. But obviously, let's go through our kings before we do that. We have the King of Diamonds, the King of Spades, the King of Hearts, and of course, the King of Clubs, which we can lay out here, nice and out of the way and in plain sight. And now, give the rest of the deck a nice mix-up, a nice shuffle. And I'll tell you what, let's throw in a few really fancy cuts there, just so you know that there's no trickery going on. And even a few nice, fair table cuts. So then, 4 kings and a muddled up deck. Now, you may be wondering where I'm going with this. Let's deal down a few cards, shall we? In fact, let's deal down 4 packets of 4 cards. There we are, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And place the pack over here. Because in order to demonstrate just how duplicitous and sneaky the kings are, what we're going to do is we're going to show how they can escape from confinement in the deck to these loyalist pockets of cards over here. And just to prove that there really aren't any extra cards, we have 4 cards here, and obviously none of them are like extra kings, they really are just normal number cards. Again over here, 4 cards. All normal number cards. Over here, 4 cards, all normal number cards. And I do realise that this is probably the most boring bit of the trick for you, but it is important to establish my honesty. There we are. 4 of those buggers, all innocent number cards. Don't worry, that is the tedious setup bit out of the way. Now we can do some actual magic. See, all I'm going to do is place the deck on top of our first king, our King of Diamonds. Now, what effect is that supposed to have? You may wonder. Well, the effect is very simple. It means that our King of Diamonds immediately escapes over there, leaving us with just our 1, 2, 3, 4 number cards. Again, we'll take the deck and we'll place it on top of our next king, the King of Spades, causing him to escape immediately, fleeing from this controlling influence to fight another day over here. Now here's our King of Spades. I just realised they're slightly off camera, so I'm going to move them there. But obviously we're left there with our 1, 2, 3, 4 number cards over here. And we'll place the deck on top of our third king, the King of Spades, causing him... Oh, sorry, the King of Hearts. We've already done the King of Spades. Ladies and gentlemen, you have my sincerest apologies. The King of Hearts is now, of course, over here, leaving us if you would believe it, with 1, 2, 3 number cards again. And you'll recall that I did show there were no extra cards until I tried to imprison the kings. Finally, the deck goes on top of the last king, the king of clubs. And the king of clubs materialises over here. Again, the last loyalist pocket of royalist playing cards. There we are, 1. Oops. Didn't count those very well, did I? There we are, 1, 2, 3, 4 number cards over there. 4 kings over here. And of course, no kings whatsoever in our deck of perfecto playing cards. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Victor the Magician, and I'll see you next time for more magic.